Hello, everybody, and welcome to this little mod review of my Grimme conveyor belt. And I'm here inside the shop already. Sorry, my game is set to German this time. So I'm talking about the SL8022. And if you take a look inside the shop, there are no options at all. Absolutely nothing. Only one information that the top speed will be 5 kilometers an hour. Wow. And this is how it looks. And I jumped into this one right in front of my manure heap of my horse stable. And what I did with the mod is that I optimized it for those two areas which you have on every map. It's the manure heap of the stables and also at the biogas plant, the silo, where you also need to pick up something from the ground. And that is where I thought this conveyor belt could be helpful, and it would be nice to pick up the manure over here or the silage there at the BGA. So let's switch on the info box and move inside the heap. And now I would like to have a switch to switch on this conveyor belt and pick up the manure. Well, the only thing you can push is the X button, and then the tires will move for whatever reason. But no additional button showing up to start this thing. Why? Because there is this little, dish, so to say, where you can tip something onto, and then it will work. Okay, so you need, in addition, this little lizard conveyor belt. There you also need to press X, and then we'll move inside. You even could attach it to the SL8022, but you don't need to do this. It would be enough to just position it that way that it is above that pickup dish there. And now we can push B, switch it on, and then it will start picking up the manure and tip it on the SL8022, and this will then transport it into a tipper if we would have one under it. So no use to switch that on. This works then automatically. Yeah, this is how it works. This is the vanilla giant standard version of this Grimme conveyor belt. So what did Uncle Yogi do again? I made two versions, one for the BGA and one for manure, or for the manure heap, so to say. Both are optimized for these purposes. Now let's have a look inside. I've added color choice, like always. Wow, nice color. Ooh. Okay, and I changed the speed to 20 kilometers. Not 100, not 200, but at least 20 kilometers to move a little faster. And always keep in mind there are two types, one named BGA and one named manure, which is the word in German is Mist, but on your English version, because we are here on version 19.11, and from 19.11 everything will also have the English text inside. Right, so now let's move to my conveyor belt, and there is this brown one. I painted it brown to keep in mind that this is the one for the manure heap, and there is a huge manure heap here at the cow stable. And if you take a look up to the left, there is now button B to switch on this conveyor belt. Why? Because I've added the pickup trigger from that little lizard into this SL8022. So now this can also pick up anything from the ground directly, and no need to have this small lizard one for it. So let's move ahead, and the pickup, and there you see it started, because the position of this pickup trigger is a little bit in front of it. So let's say 2 meters or so in front of it, and then it starts picking up the manure. Now, of course, we need a tipper so that this conveyor belt can move on. The conveyor belt itself has a capacity of 5,000 liters. So on the belt, so to say, are 5,000 liters of capacity. And that's why it will unload this, what is on the belt. But it will not pick up new material. Why? Because we jumped out of it and then it goes off automatically. So we need to get back in and push again the button B, and then it starts again. And what I'm doing is that I move step by step, moving a little bit this one, and then also move the extension of the belt step by step, as you can see. Moving 1 meter or 2 meters and extending the belt a little bit, and then it stops. Oh, broken. Why? No. The reason is our tipper is full, 100,000 liters of manure. All right. And this is how it works, folks. Now, why did I do 2 versions? Because this one is optimized for the manure heaps which we have at the pig, at the cow, and also here on my Yogiland map at the horse stable. So, if you want to know what these conveyor belts can pick up, you just check back in the store, because under this, you will, first of all, you will read the English text, not the German, because my game is set to German now. But as always, you see those little icons under the description, and this tells you what you can do with it. But there are some vehicles where you see nothing. Like here, these, there are no icons. Why? Because they do all the things which you have on the map, and all which are defined as bulk. Well, the conveyor belt cannot transport liquid, that is quite clear, right? But everything else, so if you have a pile of potatoes or whatever lying around, this conveyor belt can pick it up, can pick up any bulk which is defined as bulk on the map. So, and because those manure heaps are always the same size on the vanilla maps, I've optimized this one for those standard giant vanilla manure heaps and the size of it. You know, this is why I did 2 versions of this conveyor belt. Okay. So, now one additional thing, I've changed the working camera position. There is a second camera in this little conveyor belt, and it's right on top of the belt. And I've changed the position a little bit. This is the normal camera view, and that is the working camera, right? So, and for example, you can look right into the tipper, for example, or if you move the camera down, it will be under the belt, so that you can see the area where you might want to tip something on the ground or so, yeah? So that is why I changed this camera position. because before I saw nothing with this second camera. Well, okay, because I'm blind, I know. Yeah, so, and now the next version. Let's move to the BGA. Where are we now? Ah, okay, let's jump in there. And here you can see the version BGA I've painted green, John Deere green, and the difference is the pickup area. We have lots of silage there, and the pickup area is now at a bigger distance. So I would guess it could be 10 meters in front of it. Why so far away? Because we also need the width. Because if you look here at these walls, they are probably 20 meters or 25 meters wide, this area. And that is why I had to change this pickup area. So it's exactly the same thing we're doing here. You move ahead step by step a little bit, and you move also the belt extension, and then it will pick up all the silage at the full width of this big BGA silo, which is the one from the Yogi Land map. And now it's stopped. Why? Well, have a guess. You know it. Same thing. The tipper is full. And the important thing is with this BGA version that it can pick up the silage also at this width of probably 20 or 25 meters. Don't know exactly how wide this is. So some of you might think, why don't you do these little belt extensions so that you don't need uh, a truck at all and a tipper at all, and then just build a line all the way up there to this uh, loading area of the BGA? Well, if you would like to do this, I'm not good at positioning of these extensions, of these additional belts. I prefer to have only one conveyor belt and a tipper, and do it the way like always you see here. On the other hand, like all my mods, I have increased the view distance, the wear duration. I have added some lights. See those little lights down there? And because this conveyor belt had no light at all, so I added a little light there in front so that you could see at least something at night. I've increased the speed to 20 kilometers. You saw the color choice in the shop. Um, the working and pickup area are now optimized for this BGA and the manure heap areas. I've changed the working camera position a bit, like I showed you, and the speed, the pickup speed, and the speed of loading and unloading of these conveyor belts, like all my mods, are set to 5,000 liters a second. Yeah, that's it. And of course, again, like now, version 19.11, English text. If your game would be set to English, then you read the English text in the shop, for example, below it as the description. So, if you wonder why I can put so much silage into the BGA, well, I've modded the one on the Yogiland map where we are right now, and this can now pick up much more silage, and the working speed of that BGA, which has a standard speed of 10 liters a second real time, which means that it will take, I don't know, 2 or 3 days. Take a look, 1.2 million liters of silage there. Um, I've set this one to 200 liters per second. So if you take a look at this display, we are now already up to more than 200,000 liters there, and it will go down 200 liters every second, step by step by step. And by this speed, it is very convenient to pick up all the silage here. That's it for now. SL 8022 version 19.11. Like always, download links provided under this YouTube video and also in my Discord channel, where you will find all the other maps and mods, always the latest versions. Have fun, bye now.